Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the WCW Saturday Night Review for the August 24th, 1991 edition. I've watched all the way back to what I can into the 1989 edition, so should be a good run here as it relates to once I get things uploaded. Anyway, we kind of go into this particular edition featuring a promo Cactus Jack regarding why he left WCW included footage from the 8-5 St. Joseph, Missouri. Sting receiving a giant gift box with Abdullah the Butcher coming out of the box and attacking Sting with the aid and beating him around ringside. Butcher surprise return following Paulie dangerously hosting a segment of the WCW Control Center, during which it's announced that Brian Pillman has been reinstated following footage of Pillman in the ring during the segment. Ron Simmons also cuts a promo on facing the champion Lex Luger the following day at the Omni, including a recap of the feud between El Gigante and the One Man Gang to promote their career versus hair match the following day at the Omni. The Omni is still a pretty major thing. Tom Zink and Jim Boss in the opening contest here. This is one of the shorter WCW runs here, meaning a 44-minute program. Obviously, Zink kind of still doing the, for lack of a better term, kind of Chippendale dancer gimmick here. Zink with some arm drags, arm bars, and the like. Gets his man down, tries to keep him there to the best of his ability. Arm bar, and then we see a suplex by Boss by Zink, gets the man over. Zink also eventually hits the top rope drop kick and the crossbody. Zink in pretty complete control. Jim Ross tries to keep things going in a positive direction on TBS. Paul Heyman at the time, one of the better announcers. Nikita Koloff still here in this point of 1991, not having left yet to deal with his wife's cancer. Koloff still charging up to face Sting at various places. They still have unfinished business. Koloff in a pretty aggressive role here. Also, Koloff pinning Chris Wilson with the Russian Sickle 317 during the bout. It's announced that Ron Simmons had purchased ticket for children and would bring two school buses of kids to the Omni the following day to see him challenge Lex Luger for the championship. Obviously, Nikita Koloff could have easily been world champ at some point. Doesn't happen though. Koloff trying to choke his man over the bottom rope, as it were, or top rope, I'm sorry, as it were, and trying to get things going in his general direction. Eventually hits a back toss to the outside, sends the man into the barricade, eventually also hitting the Russian sickle after choking the man out and getting as much of an advantage as he can. The hype for Ron Simmons promising to defeat for the kids, for the family, and be the first black world champion in WCW or wrestling history for that matter, at the Omni in a little bit. Kevin Nash, aka Oz, out in a quick squash and hits a side suplex. And basically, that's the main move of the deal. Actually, beats the guy in under 3 minutes, something like that. Nash, of course, looking pretty assertive here, and then we kind of Oz pinning Kevin Grant with a side slam, 1 minute 40 seconds. It's announced Oz and the Diamond Stud would face Tom Zink and Big Josh the following night on the main event. Oz, of course, is Kevin Nash. Lex Luger after the contest, Koloff puts Wilson in the Cobra Clutch from his run there, and it is what it is. Big Josh defeating Sam Coney with a sit-down splash, 244. Big Josh, otherwise known as Matt Bourne. Big Josh is certainly not willing to take too many backward steps. The match here just to fill time pretty much. Punch kick, couple of chops, and the sit down splash. 244 after a belly to belly suplex and that sit down splash. Sam Cody, no match for good old Big Josh. He also does the log roll that kind of gets him with that. Then the tag team tournament firebreaker chip and his tag team partner Todd Champion against Larry Zbyszko and Arn Anderson, otherwise known as the Enforcers. Not a bad deal here, but at the same time, Anderson and Zbyszko having to lead them through the match, as it were. You know, brawling on the floor with the baby faces taking control. The Patriots are in control for a good bit of the match here. Back and forth. Patriots cannot handle getting rid of Zbyszko and Anderson, and we continue to see several back and forth nature. Zbyszko tries to get leg locks on his opponent pretty consistently, and Anderson and Zbyszko are successful in their win of the championship and moving to the next level. Lex Luger, basically with Harley Race, says that he is an unstoppable individual. He is your new world champion, and there's absolutely nothing anyone can or should want to do about that. PN News out there taking on Jones, and News gonna close the show with a match that runs about 2.5 minutes. Big splash in the corner, clotheslines, and a big splash off the top by PN News. News in control, and obviously yo baby yo, winning the match in quick succession. Here we are back with more right after this.